First of all, I'd like to appreciate the one of you stepped out to understand the value of capacity building. You get better by knowing more. You get better by becoming better. I don't know why you get my point. When you become better, you can do better. There's no two ways about it. So every time you spend to learn, you're trying to increase your ability to earn. It is key, and a lot of people need to understand this. Imagine you learn how to do graphic design. What happens is you start earning money with graphic design if you want to put a price tag on it. Imagine if you learned how to handle the cameras, take pictures, edit pictures with your laptop, whether it is borrowed laptop or not. The knowledge is inbuilt, and then you have that opportunity. You can move up to the point where you can begin to ask people to pay you for that service. You have a weakness here. So I've always asked myself, what happens? Why is it that we still have a lot of young people who do not pay attention to learning? Because your learning days is what determines your earning days. There are going to be a time where at a certain age, nobody's asking you for 10,000 naira. In fact, you're the one asking your father, your mother for that amount of money. But I can honestly tell you that as the years and the months and the years begin to roll, you get to a point where if your younger brother needs 10,000 naira, mama will say, call Ugochi, call Stanley. Because she just believes that over the years, she has made a lot of investment that would have proven that those and so of my son or my daughter can now begin to repay my investment. So it is key for you to understand that you must try. When I say you must try, I'm serious about that you must try. But allow me to tell you some of the reasons why you will not want to learn. Let me tell you some of the reasons why you do not believe that you should learn. Because a lot of persons here are unique. So talking to you about this will not really be. There are people out there where no matter how we tell them these things, they will not. So I won't dwell too much in it, but I will talk to you that is here, the things I want you to take out of this conference. It is important you know this, please. So please, defeat their competition, refuse their influence. Am I talking to someone in this place? So when I started comedy, I said I want to do plain and classic jokes. Ask the people who work with me. If you meet me in my family, in my home, in my place of work, I'm a very jovial person. And when I joke with my wife, my boys, my friends, we are very hesitant. So if I want to say I want to be a vulgar comedian, I can say it from the depth of my heart. Nobody will make people laugh with vulgar stamping. So when I said I wanted to be clean, I want to be classy, I had a lot of people telling me, hey, you're not going to make money for this thing. But the years and the years and the years after, most times company calls me, and when they call me, they will tell me the reason why they are calling me. We heard you are a comedian that does clean joke. The point is this: stick to your influence. Staying clean as a comedian is very difficult. The dirtier, the funnier. I don't know where you get my point, but I've been able to do this. I have been able to defeat their influence. You can't. Not because everybody is doing a particular thing. Have you seen girls who bought down from and they put mechanical engineering, and all of a sudden they just watch one Hollywood, Diego was driving car, and living, they say car, theater art. Theater art. They just, you go on social media, you see one actress, launch, celebrate her birthday with a new mansion. This is what I should be doing. You need to please understand this fact. Do not beat their competition, beat their influence. Am I talking to someone? I don't know whether you get my point. The third thing I want you to beat is beat their narrative. There's a way they will describe you. They feel because you are a church person and you are a church rat. There are no rats in church. A lot of people used to see me as a container thing that I'm a church boy. So because I'm a church boy, I've had companies, big events, sit in this town and they are discussing and they are calling my name. And some people try to talk me out of the circle of the event. I'm not church things in the do. And sometimes they will reply them, no, be KO. I met KO in MTN event. I've met KO in KO and so. I've met him in this bank. I've met him at that bank. As I'm speaking to you, there's a bank that's calling me negotiating events. I'm leaving them hanging. I am free for multinationals and everything and that. There's a certain way that people will try to narrate or describe you. Do not allow people to describe you the way you are, in no fit, in no savvy. What you need to do is to build capacity to make sure that their narratives are not the reality. Am I talking to someone in this place? I've been able to build my mental capacity. That when I stand before people to talk, you can see me and know that this is how I want. I want people to see me as an intelligent comedian. So I have been able to build and develop myself that the narrative that I sell when I hold the microphone is different from what people try to sell when I'm not with the microphone. Are you getting my point? They say she deflects. If people look around and then, truthfully, she's not flirting, she's only reading with the guys. She's going for rehearsals with them. So how you try to describe her as a flirt because she's rehearsing and pulling boys out of the house and what they are doing is not something dirty, is not important. What is important that any day they have an opportunity to talk to those boys, they will say Rose is very intelligent. A lot of comedians used to do skit and put them about the skit. I said, I'm not a skit comedian, I don't do skit. The money is a skit, I am not interested. I don't have the power for it. I do things differently. This is how I want to be. I'm not competing with anybody as yet. So let me end with this. You are not in competition with anybody. Take your time, read book, acquire skill, learn things, make yourself an entrepreneur. The Nigerian government will send you, but you must send yourself because God sent you. And then two, I'm telling you, please beat their influence. The people around me will tell you, there's no comedian where I will come and say, they influence me for this town. I mean, they influence people. You can't tell me, say they influence me. That's how I trained myself. That I will not want to do what others are doing. I do things that others will admire and want to do. Beat their influence. Be the one who set the pace. Do this. Another thing, beat their narrative. There are people who say, "Kill day like this." I'm not concerned about what they are saying. I'm concerned about what I'm doing. I have somebody say, "Good day, so and so place." So and so person come mention it. Oh, but they want chopper. They want chopper. One man came to me and saw me. So I said, "Get this one at the car." I said, "No." So for Polo, let me make this comment. Somebody tell us I'm making shut up. One big man tell us, say that boy kill. As far as I'm concerned, an intelligent pass among all these entertainers for this town. These are my reasons. He had his narrative, but I've lived my life to beat his narrative. Some people are saying you will not succeed. Beat that narrative, you will succeed. Am I talking to someone? Because your father is poor doesn't mean you're poor. Let your background not put your back on the ground. I'm not talking to someone in this place. Just keep trying. Every time you see me, I'm a dual boy. My environment did not define my advancement. It is not about where you live. What would determine your advancement is your attachment. The things you are close to. The things you choose to be doing every day. The places you've been choosing, the movies you watch. Maybe are too young, they're already watching porn. Maybe are too young, they're already smoking things you cannot smoke. You should not smoke. And those things will smoke away your future. Beat the competition, please. Beat the influence, please. Beat the narrative and be yourself. God bless you.